Good morning or good evening, welcome back to Evan's Remains. This is part 4. Oh yeah, we left off with the shadow figure, which was in this area somewhere. So, I wonder who that was, or if we're just seeing things. Oh, it's back here again. If he said cake and then touched giraffe, wait what? There's just one option left, Dollet. That's it. So, I choose Dollet. Alright, that's my spy. What? What is going on? What the? This can't be. I must be dreaming. Calm down, Vincent. It was just luck. Oh, that's Vincent. I thought he was Evan. Next time, I'll crush him. Good game. You know, my first game is always just a warm-up. Now I can really play full strength. What? I thought we were only playing once. Who plays Spy Master once? It's not that I don't want to, but, you know, things to do. Yeah, I get it. Father's duty calls. Ha. I'm barely old enough to enter a bar. She's my sister. If you'll excuse me. Oh, okay, so that's not Evan. I thought he was Evan. Look at this, with the sparkles, and the purple, and flowers. So cute, so pretty. Whoa, okay, so that one goes up and down, and this one does that. Okay, so let's put this one, yeah, let's do that. Nope, I wasn't supposed to do that. Actually, that could work. Yeah, we'll do that one up there. Jump on to this one if I can. Oh, it's one of the bouncy ones. Okay. And then we'll use this one. Oh no, that's not high enough. Okay, what did I do? This one? To this one? Oh, no, I wasn't supposed to do that. Sorry. So this one to that one. And then I can do this one, that one. Wait, no. Am I supposed to do that? Okay, blue one up there. Wait, no. Green one, blue one down. Then we're gonna jump on the blue one. To then go up to this one. Then go, put that up. Like that. What am I doing? What am I doing? My brain is not with me today. There we go. Yes, let's do that. Wait, no, that's what I did before, wasn't it? What am I doing? I'm doing this all wrong. I thought I was onto something for a second, and then I was like, no, I didn't do anything. Oh wait, no, I did. Aha! Okay, now I need to get this right though. So I got rid of that one, and then if I put the blue one up, nope. Nope. Nobody no. Aha, wait, no. The green one. Yeah, I think. And then we do this one. Transport to that one. Take away that one. Then we go across here. And then jump down onto... Yes! I did it! I thought I wasn't going to get that one today. My brain's a bit slower than usual. I hear scribbles! How's it going? How's what going? The translations? I'll read what I have. External is my son, and eternal will become. He who not abandons. Our sacred... Why did you stop? That's everything I've got so far. So? So what? What do you think? I think it's too early to make any conclusions. It doesn't sound sensible. The language is elementary, almost confused. That's because it's not only an ancient language, but it's also completely different from ours. Trying to translate a completely unknown language to English is probably going to sound bad. The meaning remains. I think it's something like, eternal shall be the one who remains on our second something. Do we take it literally, or is it some kind of metaphor? I was wondering that too. But it doesn't exactly come with instruction. You know how they used to write millennia ago? Grand language full of symbolism, alliteration, subtle references. I must have missed the memo on that one. That kind of language never gets to the point. It seems pretty pretentious, and it makes me nervous. Well, maybe they wanted to add one more level of difficulty. How so? Obfuscating their writing makes it harder for fools or thieves to uncover the artifact. Making a riddle could act as a screening mechanism. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Or maybe they just like being pretentious. Anyway, I think it's best to wait until we have the complete translation. Then we can draw our conclusions. I suppose that works. Are you solving the puzzles too? I'm not sure if they're necessary for the artifact to take effect, but something tells me it's not a good idea to avoid them. Why not? They had to be built for a reason. Well, at any rate, you shouldn't be solving them. How does that help you find Evan? I don't want to get away from the seashore. Oh, that was a 1, sorry. 2, I don't plan on touching the water. 3, they're pretty fun. I won't deny that. I'm lying through my teeth here. In reality, there's something about them that intrigues me. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like solving them is the only way to find out. There goes my voice again. Anyway, bye. It's so nice here, it's so twinkly and pretty. Kind of like Minecraft as well, with the music and like the cozy vibe of Minecraft. Okay, so we have a reset button here, and then we've got this. So what I'm going to do is go straight onto this one, and then I failed. I messed up. One sec. Straight onto that one, if I can. New. Okay. Let's do a little running start. No, we still missed that. Okay. There we go. There we go, we done it. And then straight to this one. That was so close. No, I hit my head. Okay, yeah, that works. That works in my favor. But, okay, maybe not. Can I get there without? No, I have to bonk my head. And then, no. Okay, that didn't work, but we can still make it work doing it this way. Okay. Ah, can I not get... Wait, I think I can get there. Nope. No. Oh, wait, actually. Ah. What did I do? This one, to get that back. And it stayed! We did it! Okay, then that one. Then here. And then just jump. Yes! That is so cool. I had a bit more thinking into that one, but we got it. There's like a truck convoy thing going on outside, so it's really loud. What a view. I got to admit, this place is beautiful. It really is. Another puzzle. Ooh. Okay, so these are going to get more complicated, I think. As long as I can use my brain, it should be alright. If my brain doesn't keep going to sleepy, because I can barely even talk today. Okay. Okay, let's try this first and see what happens, and then I can see what my errors are. So, firstly, let's go to this one. Okay, this one's going to be kind of confusing. Wait, did that one transport me to this one? Oh, that one does that. Okay, yeah, one sec. Let's go to this one. Then we can go on here. And I'm stuck in the middle. And then what we're going to do is go to this one. What am I even doing? I don't know what I'm even trying to plan out here. Today is not good, I'm sorry. We transport ourselves to this one. There we go, nice and simple. I just had to avoid the middle one. Cool! Where's Mr. Scribble? Huh, it's so strange. Should I tell him? I don't know why, but... could swear, but what would they gain? Thinking about all of this just raises even more questions. Whatever, not my problem. I came here to do my job, and that's what I intend to do. Okay, maybe the scribbly guy is Evan. Interesting. Another one. Okay, that one zooms straight up to there. And that gets rid of those. So let's take that one onto this one. That one goes... What did that one do? Let's get on here. That's gonna disappear though, isn't it? Oh no! Oh no! I'm right on this edge. Do I go onto that one? No, that just reset me again. Oh no. Okay, I think this is just gonna be like trickery. Let's leave that there. Okay, so then I went straight up to that one. And then if I do that, I can go to this one. And do that. And then do... Nope. Okay, doesn't fit on that one. Okay, wait. Brain is malfunctioning, sorry. There we go. So I opened up both. And then what I can do is... New. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. That one, this one. Do it again. Then I can go to this one. No, but that's the same one, isn't it? I can't go from that one. Oh, I could make it the whole time. I just didn't trust myself. And I could have actually made it the whole time. Hello, Mr. Scribbles, what are you writing? God. 16 and counting. And there are a bunch more ahead of us. I guess it'll be a long night of translations. I imagine we'll stop to rest at some point, right? I don't plan on following you all night. It's still too early to stop. How do you know? You didn't even look at your watch. How strange. My watch has stopped. Is it broken? No, Vanille, your watch isn't broken. Wait, he reads my mind this whole time? If you can read minds, it's probably time to confess. Huh. Not even the worst psychic would waste his abilities on you. Oh, you're just too easy to read. Now you're my therapist. No, but it's the same face I made as soon as I looked at my watch as soon as I arrived on this island. For some reason, neither watches or compasses work here. Now that I think about it, if Upbring had some secret base somewhere on the island, they could have raised an electromagnetic field big enough to interrupt electronic devices, so that way they could hide the island from satellites or radar. Could that be the case? Hey, I'm sorry, alright? I was just joking. Huh? Are you mad at me? Oh no, I was just thinking about something. Where were we? Oh, yeah. My legs are killing me. And I'm hungry. Let's at least sit down for a minute. Please? I can't afford to. I know what you're thinking. You think I'm in a hurry to try and waste as little time as possible. You'll be more efficient and you'll achieve more in less time. But really, fatigue leads to mistakes, which will just cost more time. What would usually take you an hour, now takes you 3. In the long run, you'll lose more time than you think you're saving. Not to mention now that you'll need twice the amount of rest to recover again. I understand your determination, and I know that your little sister can't wait, but you'll only reach your maximum potential if you rest properly. You'll feel better, and your body will thank you, believe me. You sound like you're trying to sell me something. I was thinking that as well. I know what I'm saying. College teaches you things the hard way. Okay, fine. You win, Vanille. So we're going to take a little rest because that was a lot of puzzles. I'll go wood tree now. Impressive. You hit the nail right on the head. What were you expecting? What are you up to, Clover? You'd never make that move. Hey, Clover, have you ever bet? On Spymaster? Never. Does the idea sound interesting? Not really. You could make money. I've done it. Not to be rude here, but your appearance doesn't exactly scream financial advice. Oh, you know what they say about appearances. I like the game, but I don't think it's worth taking too seriously. Why not? You're not bad. I don't know. Spy Master's always just been a hobby for me. I've got more important things to worry about than gambling. Like what? My family. I see. I love playing. For a few seconds, I just forget about everything else. It's a brief moment, a momentary trance, in which I become one with the game. I couldn't live without Spy Master. I've achieved a lot thanks to playing it. Pretty much everything I have. Betting? Yep, because I always win. Are you sure? Bermesia. You're assassin, am I right? Oh no. Again? No. No. How didn't I realise? He rage quit. He's done with the game. Are you okay? Yeah. It's just really hot in here. What is wrong with me? Why can't I beat him? It seems all serious, but they're just playing a game so far. I'm not really sure what's going on. Aww, a cute picnic. Don't you think... I'd like to agree. But honestly, I didn't pay much attention. I'm telling you, I'm sure it's not my imagination. They're not always getting progressively harder. The difficulty curve is all over the place. I think the strangest thing in all of this is you, Vanille. Uh-oh. Huh? Me? Why? Since you arrived here, you haven't stopped talking about Evan, upbring, or secret bases, and all of a sudden you start to talk about college. What I'm trying to say is, who are you, exactly? Some kind of secret agent? Feels weird when I'm not the only one asking. It feels weird when I'm not the one asking the questions. Well, although Upbring hired me to come to the island, their motives are completely unknown to me. But you do know Evan, right? That's why they sent you? Never so much spoken a word with the guy. Had you worked with Upbring before then? Never. I give up. I don't get it. Why you? Doesn't it make more sense for them to send, I don't know, a rescue team or something? According to Upbring, it's no use trying to understand Evan. Or at least that was the excuse they used with me. Yes, Evan seemed to know about me without me even knowing him. You don't wonder why? I wonder, alright, but I have no idea. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be him saying that. Maybe he just randomly picked someone. For whatever he wants to achieve. So he wasn't kidnapped. Did he disappear of his own volition? I've already told you, Clover. I don't have the slightest idea. Your guess is as good as mine. When I first arrived, I thought you were here because of him too. For a moment, I thought that whatever he was up to involved multiple people. But I've already discounted that. It sounds like you're going to be the guinea pig for some dark experiment. Why would you accept a job like that? It sounds dangerous. Terrifying. Anyway. I'm not supposed to say this, but they offered me money. I mean, of course they did. That's how jobs work. No, Clover. I mean, they offered me a ton of money. More than I've ever imagined making for my entire life. Something tells me that you do have something special after all. At least, special for Evan. Or, well, whoever is behind this, you get the idea. But what is it? What's so special about me? A while ago, I thought, trying to answer these questions just seems to raise even more questions. In any case, that's why I accepted. Money trouble? There's no nice way for me to say this. I just love money. Oh, I thought they turned down the money, but okay. I've always loved it. I can't say it without feeling like the scum of the earth. Everybody wants money. The only difference is, I'm happy to admit it. Whether you like to accept it or not, money makes life much, much easier. I like to think that's why I want it, for an easy life. And not just because I'm greedy. I grew up in a family where we lived paycheck to paycheck. Money was always a sore spot for our parents. They fought constantly. Being offered that amount just to come find Evan, it seemed too good to be true. But it wasn't. That's why I don't care that much. I don't care what Evan wants. I don't care if he knew me. I don't care what people think. I don't care if it might be my life in danger. I don't care if I'm doing the right thing. If there's money involved, you can count me in. There's nothing wrong in admitting what makes you happy. We all have something. As long as you're not hurting anyone. Maybe I'd hurt someone. As long as there's money, maybe I don't care. God, I'm awful. Yes, you are. They might as well go to play Squid Game. Sitting with the altruist here isn't exactly helping. The contrast makes me feel even worse, you know. Am I an altruist? Just look at yourself. You're doing this for someone from your family. You decided to help me without asking anything in return. It's called being a good person. I believe there comes a time when you realise all the things you've been worrying about all these years, they don't actually matter. And you pass the time your whole life willfully ignoring things that are truly valuable. But that's not what really hurt. What really hurts is that you knew what mattered all along. Deep down, you always knew. You just decided to live your life that way, believing that later there would be time for everything else. There will be time for your family later. There will be time for your friends later. Right now, you just think about your problems. Eventually, you realise that later is an excuse that doesn't exist. There is no later, because it's already far too late. In that moment, you realise why you're put on this planet. And more importantly, you realise the things that are worth living for. The ones you'll remember when you're about to die. The ones that make you happy. Ironic. Learning the lesson when there's nothing else you can do. Well, this took a turn. but I guess that's just how it works, right? I thought I couldn't feel any worse for wanting just money. But hey, congratulations, I feel even worse. Just don't forget those that are important to you. I won't. But, you know, this doesn't make any sense. You sound like an old man on his deathbed. I don't know how old you are, but you look like you still have 3/4 of your life left. Okay. Did I say something wrong? You're completely right, Vanille. Why do I bother worrying? That's the first time he smiled. I forgot to thank you. You know, for everything. If I had to be here on my own, I wouldn't have lasted much longer without losing it. I think that's most people. One look at this place, I'm sure most folks would turn around. Don't worry about it. We should go on, shouldn't we? What happened to your immense tiredness? On second thought, I can probably keep going until midnight. Which would make sense if I knew what time it was. Whatever. This brief rest was enough to keep me going. We can stop when we get too tired. I'll clean up then. Aww. It's sweet, but I think they might be brother and sister, but I'm not too sure. Or he is Evan. But yeah, after that, and a very deep conversation, I will leave this here for today. I can kind of relate with Vanille or Dices, where I also grew up scraping by and everything being very difficult. You don't need money to have a good time. It's not about the materialistic things, it's about things like cats and pets and stuff, which of course you need money for, but you don't need a ton of money to be happy. As long as you can get by and enjoy life and the smaller things, then you're okay. You don't need money to be happy. That's the mistake that a lot of people think, I think. And of course, it makes everything easier, definitely. But it's just what you have and what you do with it is what matters. Kind of like life in general, I guess. But anyway, I don't want to go into a whole deep conversation about everything. And I try and avoid the whole topic of what he was talking about of dying. Because I think for my age as well, I do talk about that a lot, or think about it a lot, as if I'm going to die next week. It's part of my mind, I guess, because I feel like I've wasted so much time in my life in general, or if I'm doing the wrong things, or maybe I'm chasing the wrong dreams that might just amount to nothing, which is one of the things that I just, yeah, sometimes spiral into a whole dark pit, and it's difficult to get out of. And yeah, regarding the whole death thing, he says about family and spending time with the people that mean the most and are important, and there won't be time later, which is true if you have good family members and good friends. And however, it's kind of a different story. You can't do that with people who don't want to change, and with people who are stuck in a certain mindset that don't want to make amends or anything and just hold on to the past and grudges and everything else. So you kind of have to cut yourself off, cut them off, and there's nothing else you can really do about it from my perspective and experience. You know, it's inevitable that they won't always be there, but I don't know what else you can do. But anyway, sorry, I didn't expect this game to suddenly go deep and have me kind of thoughts, which I try to avoid. I thought it's a nice, puzzly, cute game, but it starts talking about that kind of thing. Thank you so much for watching or joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more parts of this episode, and you would like to see more of this series and other indie games that will be coming soon, don't forget to drop a subscribe-a-mole. I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you may be. And Suki, Sylvie and I will see you next time in part 5 of Evan's Remains. Bye!